we're seeing Joy Boy's Conqueror's Haki that's been stored for 800 years finally get released. Emu drops to their knees absolutely terrified, and the most heartbreaking flashback reveals the bond between Joy Boy and Emeth. Before we jump in, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a One Piece episode. Last time on One Piece, Vegapunk's flashback showed Clive D. Clover's death at Ohara, which motivated him broadcasting the truth. Atlas sacrificed everything, exploding herself to launch the Sunny towards safety. The Iron Giant kept addressing Luffy as Joy Boy, while Luffy stayed confused about who it meant. Vegapunk announced an Awakening Day approaches, revealing every Void Century secret, and we ended with Bonnie and Luffy attacking together, devastating Saturn with combined strikes, leaving his body covered in holes, plummeting toward the ocean. So right after that brutal assault on Saturn, the giant crew explodes in celebration. Bonnie loses control, emotions flooding out as she breaks down crying. She just fought back against the demon who annihilated her family. Luffy's laughing, hysterically praising her performance. Kuma's face shows a faint smile watching his daughter stand against her oppressor. Dory and Brogy suddenly spot something plummeting from above, the Thousand Sunny. Usopp's screaming, frantically begging for rescue. They desperately need assistance landing. Zoro clutches his sword, sensing something approaching. Vegapunk's broadcast continues, stating those who keep pushing forward, unrelenting, likely stand closest to discovering truth. He raises this massive question. Did circumstances align randomly, or did Roger calculate this entire plan, activating it through his final moments? Shaki covers passed out Rayleigh with a blanket. Pirates across all oceans celebrate, going wild, overjoyed by the message. Vegapunk states there's absolutely zero guarantee the person discovering the treasure aligns with Joy Boy's wishes. That statement carries weight considering who's racing toward it. On Hachinosu, the crew grows restless with Blackbeard absent. On the Red Force, they scold Shanks for drinking excessively, but he refuses listening. At MT Bluff's Cross Guild members praise Buggy. He's completely confused about their sudden admiration. They praise him going above and beyond. He has zero clue what triggered this. They claim understanding the gravity of their pursuits and the vastness of their leader's dream. Crocodile and Mihawk frown, knowing Buddy's full of it. Vegapunk declares this future approaching is practically unavoidable. The fate of the world sits at stake. Whoever finds the One Piece decides everything. Then we see flashing across the screen, Shanks, Luffy, Blackbeard, Buggy, Akainu, Dragon, a mysterious swordsman silhouette, Emu, Kobe, Aokiji, Garling, Sabo. The mysterious silhouette wields a sword with their left hand. What I'm noticing, each person represents completely different futures. Emu represents government tyranny, Dragon represents revolution, Marines represent their justice, Blackbeard represents chaos. The world reels from Vegapunk's declaration about fate sitting in pirates' hands. People from various islands panic. But pirates are in absolute frenzy, hearing the One Piece is real and grander than thought. In Impel Down, criminals are foaming at the mouth, wanting to be part of the action. Piracy wants overtaking the establishment. A guard wonders why prisoners were allowed hearing the broadcast. Another explains the signal hijacked all prison snails. They're too necessary to shut off. Many Marines felt betrayed, cursing Vegapunk's name. Colby recalls his early conversation with Luffy about claiming the One Piece and becoming Pirate King. Kobe resolves stopping his friend from fulfilling his dream. What I'm seeing, Kobe's literally becoming the next Garp right before our eyes. Buggy scolds his followers for saying the world is his to claim. Followers become fearful. Then Buggy questions if it isn't their world to claim. Cross-Guild pirates swoon, vowing to follow him to hell. Mihawk and Crocodile sit in the room behind him. Crocodile tells Buggy to sit. Buggy obeys. Katarina Devon calls Blackbeard, wondering what to do with Caribou. Caribou promises valuable information to share. Blackbeard seems in good mood, telling them, bring Caribou along. If information disappoints, Blackbeard will put Caribou down himself. Vegapunk's broadcast continues, claiming his words true. He mentions Joy Boy, but gets interrupted when Warcury hits Emeth. Giants see from the ship, calling out to the big robot. The broadcast snail inside finally meets its end. We see Princess Shirahoshi, King Neptune, Rebecca, Princess Vivi watches as the broadcast gets interrupted. Despite Atlas's sacrifice, the Sunny's still pursued by Nostro. The crew begs Zoro doing something. The two swordsmen prepare for another clash. The rest anticipates destruction. Emeth apologizes to Joy Boy. Luffy's worried about the big guy. Emeth wants apologizing to Luffy too. Emeth knew Joy Boy couldn't still be alive. Luffy wonders if the robot mistook him for someone else. Emeth claims Luffy looks just like Joy Boy. He felt nostalgia from a certain day. Saturn regenerates. Emeth hopes Joy Boy will forgive him. 4 of the 5 elders are nearly upon them. Emeth laments his failure making Joy Boy king. This confuses Luffy more. Emeth asks Luffy's name. Luffy gives his signature introduction. Emeth pays attention to the D designation. Emeth pulls a certain cord inside himself. A surge of power happens. Emeth begins laughing as power sprawls out. Luffy recognizes this. Conqueror's Haki. Many Marines collapse. Emeth thanks Luffy for letting him hear the drums of liberation one last time. What's incredible, Joy Boy bottled his own Conqueror's Haki inside Emeth 8 centuries back, waiting for this exact moment. The Haki spread well beyond the island. Emeth tells Luffy not to die, he wouldn't let him die. Power gets felt by all, the entire fleet incapacitated. Vice Admiral Dahl strains against its might. Vice Admiral Pomsky wonders who the cause might be. The power is unrelenting. The elders face the full brunt. Their monstrous forms removed in an instant. They retreat to the Holy Land. 3 arrive while Mars had been there since Luffy sent him away. But check this, Emu's on their knees screaming. An attendant rushes to their aid, Emu's breathing heavily shaking from sensing Joy Boy's presence. After centuries, Emu experiences catastrophic collapse. My take, whatever connects Emu and Joy Boy runs deep enough that sensing his Haki centuries later triggers complete breakdown. This isn't about strength, this is fear. The Sunny finally makes it to water. Luffy's happy seeing they're okay. The crew wonders what happened to the monsters. Luffy has absolutely no clue. Dory and Brogy can't believe what they saw. A robot with Haki making monsters vanish. The Straw Hats are happy being alive. The sacrifices of Atlas and Edison cannot be understated. Saturn still stands in front of Emeth, staying silent. Flashback shows Emeth remembers being called by Joy Boy. Joy Boy told him the time was at hand. Joy Boy's going to concentrate his Haki and seal it inside Emeth. He knew Emeth would outlive him. He admitted he wouldn't always be around to help. Emeth thought that sounded awful. Joy Boy said at some point either Emeth's in danger or someone he wants to save will be. When that happens, he could untie the knot. Back then, Emeth had X symbols on his arms. Emeth felt pleased by the thought of Joy Boy helping. Joy Boy confirmed he'd save his friend from the past. This made Emeth really happy. Even if Joy Boy dies, he'd still be with him. Joy Boy reminded him it wouldn't happen for ages. Emeth had zero problems with that, but hoped he wouldn't get lonely. In the end, he laughed. This Haki release proves Joy Boy kept his promise. He's protecting his friend after 800 years. So everything covered, Giants celebrating Bonnie and Luffy defeating Saturn, Kuma smiling watching Bonnie fight, the Sunny falling needing rescue, Vegapunk questioning if Roger planned everything, worldwide chaos from the broadcast, Impel Down going berserk, Kobe committing to stopping Luffy, Buggy rallying his followers, Blackbeard planning Caribou interrogation, Warcurie destroying the broadcast snail, Emeth apologizing to Joy Boy and Luffy, Emeth releasing 800-year-old Conqueror's Haki, the Haki incapacitating entire fleets, stripping elders from monster forms, Emu collapsing shaking sensing Joy Boy after centuries, the Sunny reaching water, and that emotional flashback. Joy Boy wasn't just a legendary fighter, he genuinely loved protecting those close to him. That promise kept across 8 centuries defines real friendship. Next episode, things get even wilder. Quick shout out to amazing viewers from last episode, Gabaruto Beat, Riley Red Fox, Larry Evans, Team Leader, Spirit Lance Quick, and everyone dropping incredible comments. We need just 900 more hitting 50,000 before this year ends. We're incredibly close. Huge shout out to our channel members, Silver Pheonix, The Indigenous Narrative, Nick Miller, Yumnum Renobala, HTHC, Chance of Sun, Antonius Adiosiana, Pechthana Pansanvai, and Lalusiva Prasad Virla. I love you all, and genuinely appreciate every single person watching these breakdowns. Help me reach that 50,000 milestone, drop a like, share with your One Piece crew, and comment what you think about Joy Boy's Haki transcending 8 centuries. I'm working on that complete egghead recap. Turn on notifications. Let's hit 50,000 together.